This video brings an urgent warning that Jesus specifically wants you to hear. You're walking into a trap that's been carefully set for you, but Jesus is concerned you might not see it coming. This isn't just another spiritual warning, it's a revelation that could save you from a devastating mistake. Jesus cares deeply about your safety and would be heartbroken if you fell into this trap without recognizing the danger. The warning you're about to receive has been divinely arranged to reach you at this exact moment. Before you step into it, there's a divine intervention happening right now as you watch. Don't scroll away, because what you're about to learn could protect you from a life-changing disaster. Jesus wants to save you from this trap, but you need to recognize his warning first. This isn't an ordinary message. It's a divine alert about a specific trap that's being set around you right now. Jesus has been watching the enemy's schemes against your life with deep concern, noticing how this trap is being carefully constructed to catch you. Missing this particular warning could mean walking straight into a trap that's already in motion around you. This warning marks a critical moment where you can still change direction and avoid what the enemy has planned. Jesus cares so deeply about your protection that he would be genuinely worried if you failed to recognize this danger. That's why this message found you today. Your attention to this video isn't coincidence. It's divine intervention designed to help you see the trap that's being set in your path. The enemy has been studying your patterns, your weaknesses, and your current situation to design this trap specifically for you. The trap isn't complete yet, but the window to avoid it is closing fast. Every prayer you've said when you felt under attack has been heard. Every time you've sensed something wasn't right, but couldn't explain it has been noticed. All the moments you've wondered if the enemy was targeting you specifically have been acknowledged. Your spiritual battles haven't gone unnoticed. Those times when it seemed like problems kept finding you while others seemed blessed, Jesus saw. Your confusion, the moments when you felt like you were being tested beyond your strength, yet you kept fighting anyway. That courage was recognized in heaven. The frustration you've felt when things that should have worked out didn't has been deeply understood. The questions you've carried about why certain doors keep closing or why certain people keep causing problems have all been seen. Spiritual warfare isn't always obvious, and enemy traps aren't always clear. Sometimes they require spiritual discernment to recognize. Jesus understands this challenge, which is why he's making this particular trap so obvious you can't miss it. The trap Jesus wants you to recognize appears in opportunities that seem too good to be true but feel exactly like what you've been praying for. This trap shows up in people who offer you exactly what you need, but with hidden strings attached that will cost you more than you gain. It appears in situations that promise quick solutions to your current problems, but require you to compromise your values or integrity. The trap emerges in offers that seem urgent and time-sensitive, pressuring you to make decisions without proper prayer or consideration. This trap is uniquely designed for your specific situation, something the enemy has personally crafted to exploit your current needs and desires. It connects directly to the prayers you've been praying and the breakthrough you've been seeking. The enemy chose this particular trap because it speaks to your heart's deepest longings in a way that makes it almost irresistible. The opportunity to fall into this trap won't remain available forever, but neither will the window to recognize and avoid it. When you recognize this trap that's been set for you, many confusing situations in your life will suddenly make perfect sense. Blocked opportunities, delayed answers to prayer, and protective obstacles will all connect in a beautiful moment of divine clarity. About God's protection, Jesus has wonderful news for you today. Your spiritual discernment is growing stronger, and important protective instincts are developing within you right now. The divine has noticed your faithfulness during difficult times, and now you've been chosen to receive this special warning. This moment marks something significant in your spiritual warfare journey. It's a clear indication that your ability to recognize enemy schemes is growing sharper every day. Something incredibly meaningful is happening in your relationship with Jesus. Far deeper spiritual protection than you might have imagined possible. The recognition of this trap begins a spiritual awakening that will touch every area of your life, from your decision making to your relationships to your sense of divine guidance and protection from future enemy attacks. There's a wave of heavenly attention surrounding your situation right now. You're becoming more spiritually attuned to enemy tactics, naturally drawing divine warnings into your daily experience. Recognizing this trap brings heightened awareness of Jesus' protection in even the smallest decisions of your life. More spiritual insights about warfare and enemy schemes will begin flowing to you than ever before. This isn't happening by chance. It's a carefully arranged blessing designed specifically for this dangerous season you're entering. Your prayers for protection and wisdom matter more than you realize. Your spiritual sensitivity inspires heaven to reveal enemy plans before they succeed. Your faith makes a difference in the spiritual atmosphere around you. This divine warning shows that Jesus deeply values your role as a spiritual warrior who can recognize traps. Each battle you've fought, even when victory wasn't obvious, has developed your ability to receive this critical warning now. Jesus delights when you finally see the trap he's been trying to show you. The timing of this warning is no coincidence. It comes now because you're spiritually mature enough to recognize and respond to it. This precise moment has been divinely chosen because you've grown in faith and spiritual discernment through your battles. Your spiritual eyes are now open enough to see traps that might have been invisible to you before. Your heart has been strengthened through trials. Your wisdom about enemy tactics has deepened through experience. Your soul is now prepared to receive this divine warning more clearly than ever before. All the spiritual attacks you've faced have been preparation for recognizing this specific trap. Nothing in your spiritual warfare journey has been wasted. Every experience has shaped your ability to recognize enemy schemes when they appear. This particular trap warning is connected to larger spiritual battles happening around many believers right now. Jesus is revealing similar traps to those who are spiritually alert and ready to avoid them through his guidance. If you're feeling grateful for this divine warning about the trap set for you, please consider sending a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more to support our channel's mission of sharing these important protective messages. Your generosity helps these divine warnings reach those who desperately need to avoid enemy traps. When you give, you participate in a sacred exchange that allows us to continue creating content that exposes enemy schemes in these spiritually dangerous times. As you begin to recognize this trap that's been set for you, new spiritual awareness will naturally develop in your life. This clearer vision brings new responsibilities, not just to protect yourself, but to help others who might be walking into similar traps around you. Don't view these responsibilities as burdens, but as sacred opportunities to participate in Jesus' work of protection. This revelation signals it's time to step into spiritual maturity as someone who can spot enemy schemes. Finding balance becomes essential during this spiritually charged time. While avoiding this specific trap that's been revealed to you, remember to nurture your practical faith through prayer, scripture, and community. These spiritual disciplines have shaped your discernment and will continue to support you as you grow into this expanded role. Jesus is inviting you to become more than just someone who avoids traps, but a person who helps others recognize and escape them too. As you become sensitive to this trap warning, think about how you can help others who are walking into similar enemy schemes. Your experience shows that Jesus is constantly revealing enemy plans, even when we fail to notice them. Heaven witnesses every moment when someone recognizes a trap before falling into it. Your story of receiving this warning brings hope to people feeling under spiritual attack. or wondering if Jesus still protects believers today, your awareness becomes a light that helps others develop eyes to see the traps being set all around them. This warning about your specific trap isn't meant to be a private blessing. It's an invitation to help others experience the same divine protection. Jesus often works through those who have recently recognized enemy schemes to help awaken others who are still missing the warning signs. Your newfound awareness serves as both personal protection and ministry opportunity to help others avoid the traps being set for them. As you navigate this new level of spiritual awareness about enemy traps, stay consistently alert. Jesus reminds you that while recognizing one trap is wonderful, it's just the beginning of a lifetime of spiritual warfare and divine protection. Maintain the spiritual sensitivity that allowed you to see this trap in the first place. Guard against returning to spiritual dullness or distraction that made you vulnerable to enemy schemes in the past. Let your awareness of traps continue to flow from genuine faith and daily attention to Jesus' guidance. With this new ability to recognize enemy plans comes ongoing responsibility to remain watchful and discerning. Use this gift wisely to distinguish between true spiritual threats and ordinary life challenges. Not every difficulty is an enemy trap, but Jesus will make genuinely dangerous schemes unmistakable to your trained spiritual eyes. Embrace this journey of spiritual warfare with both humility and confidence. Show others that recognizing enemy traps comes from staying connected to Jesus daily through prayer, worship, scripture, and obedient response when He reveals danger. Picture a future where you consistently recognize enemy traps before walking into them. Imagine divine protection surrounding every major decision, spiritual alerts arriving precisely when needed, and your understanding of spiritual warfare expanding beyond anything you've experienced before. Jesus stands with you, encouraging you to embrace this journey of spiritual discernment with complete trust. This is truly your moment to experience deeper divine connection through recognizing His protective warnings. This marks the beginning of a time when your spiritual perception, wisdom, and battle instincts will be more aligned with heaven than ever before. Accept this blessing with gratitude and remember that you're surrounded by divine support on this journey of spiritual warfare. The path ahead holds countless opportunities to experience Jesus' guidance through warning signs that will become increasingly clear to your spiritually trained eyes. What victory awaits as you learn to read the enemy's tactics and choose God's protection instead. If this protective message has awakened something in your spirit, please consider blessing our channel with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or whatever amount feels right to you. Your support creates a beautiful spiritual exchange and allows us to continue sharing these divine warnings with those who need them most. Your generosity helps fund our mission to help others recognize the traps being set in these spiritually dangerous times. If you're ready to acknowledge that you can see the trap being set for you, type 999 in the comments below as your declaration of spiritual awareness. The journey of recognizing enemy traps continues beyond this revelation. As you step into new spiritual awareness about the schemes targeting you, stay grounded in scripture and prayer that keep your discernment sharp and accurate. Every trap you recognize and avoid could inspire someone else who's facing similar enemy attacks. Your growing spiritual sensitivity serves as hope for others wondering if Jesus still protects believers from enemy schemes today. Move forward with an alert heart, a watchful mind, and a responsive spirit ready to choose God's path when traps appear. Create opportunities for others to recognize enemy schemes. As you enjoy the protection coming your way, the spiritual language of warfare and protection has always been part of how Jesus cares for those who love Him. By choosing to pay attention to these warning signs, you join a long tradition of faithful warriors who have learned to recognize His protective voice in the midst of spiritual battle, victory is yours when you walk in His wisdom.